Hello, I'm Shane Ferguson, and I come from a poor white American with a little bit of Native American Indian mixed in background. And as I started to think about this cultural artifact speech, I reflected back on things from my childhood and different things that affected me when I was growing up. And I decided that my cultural artifact was something from my mom that was passed on from my mom, and we usually took care of it and done it around Christmas time, but occasionally just other times throughout the year. And my cultural artifact is my mom's homemade fudge. She made chocolate, peanut butter with nuts, without nuts, and sometimes she would even throw in different flavors, just depending on what kind of mood she was in. And there was three reasons why I ended up choosing that because it affected me in three different ways. And the first way that it affected my life was it being a single parent, being raising me and my older sister. It was a good quality time that we got to spend with her, and she taught me how to read a recipe, and she taught me how to use a measuring cup and a measuring spoon, and which in turn helped me learn fractions and how to add fractions and subtract fractions, and because we never hardly ever made the batch that the recipe said, we'd always make it bigger or smaller or double it up or whatever. So I learned a lot from her doing that, and it was a good quality time that we got to spend together. And the second reason is just I can remember the smell of the candy cooking, and I can remember taking that first bite of it and how good it tasted, and just the way it made me feel. I mean, I just anytime I smell that, even today, or I taste that, I usually feel happy. I feel good. So I've passed that along to my children, and we do that around Christmas time. I get them in the kitchen, and we usually make candy. And the third reason why that I chose that and why it was affected me is that we we'd always make it, and we would give it out to our teachers at school and our friends, and some family that wasn't immediate family because my mom never really had a lot of money to buy gifts for people, so that was a good way for us to give gifts through her making the candy. And I can remember taking it to school, and my teachers always would talk about how good it was, and I can remember watching their faces that first bite they took, and how it would like kind of just melt in their mouth, and they would just talk about on and on and on about how good it was. And I just have enjoyed passing that on to my kids, and having them take it to their teachers at school throughout their school life, and they always come home talking about how their teachers liked it and how the other teachers were jealous sometimes because they didn't get it. So that's why I chose that culture artifact, and why I feel like it had a major impact on my life. And the I just in conclusion, I'd like to say that I hope that there's been something in your family and in your life that's been passed on to you that's affected you in some way. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be something, mine's simple as fudge. It's just something that's made an impact on your life, and it's that has changed you in some form or fashion, or shaped you into who you are today. And I just hope that each and every one of you have that opportunity. And if you don't have, then start something now and move it on and pass it on to your kids. Thank you.